Today we will going to discuss the muscle of the head, and very interesting topic and my favorite. Okay, muscle of the head, muscle of the head, muscle of the head. Okay, muscle of the head. This is our topic which we need to going to discuss. Muscle of the head we divide into two groups. Okay, facial muscle, facial muscle. Second, we divide into masticatory muscle, masticatory muscle. Okay, but these are two groups. Okay, which we divided the head muscle. But our topic today we will going to discuss the facial muscle. Okay, facial muscle, facial muscle. I will write here to mention we have our topic about the facial muscle, facial muscle, and we divided the facial muscle into other 5 sections. Okay, which 5 section? Now I will going to discuss which five section we have. First, muscle of the scalp, muscle of the scalp, this one. Okay, muscle of the muscle around the eye opening, this one. Okay, and this is the muscle of the scalp. Okay, then we have muscle of the muscle around nasal opening, then we have muscle around oral cavity or oral opening, then we have muscle auricle opening. Okay, these are the subsections of the muscle which take part and making the muscles and making the facial. Okay, facial muscle. Okay, this subsection of the facial muscle: muscle of the skull, this muscle of the eye around, muscle of the oral nasal, and muscle of the oral opening, and muscle of the auricle opening. Okay, now I will show how many muscle we have in oral. Okay, muscle of the scalp we have 1 muscle. Okay, this 1 muscle. Okay, then muscle of the eye we have 3 muscle. Then here muscle of the nasal opening we have 2 muscle. Then muscle of the oral opening we have 10 muscle, and muscle of the auricle we also have 3 muscle. Okay, these are the muscle which we will going to discuss in the facial muscle. Okay, first, we already know, I told facial muscle we are dividing into 5 sections: muscle of the scalp, muscle of around the eye opening, muscle around the nasal opening, muscle around the oral opening, muscle around the auricular opening. Okay, now we will discuss in each section, each muscle. Okay, first we will going to discuss the scalp muscle, which the only 1 muscle we have in our take part in the facial skull. Muscle of the skull, muscle of the skull, we have muscle which names we have. This one, frontal orbital muscle, frontal orbital muscle, or if you in Latin you pronounce like musculus fronto orbitalis, or okay, in Latin musculus fronto orbitalis. Okay, this is the front. We have two bellies. This is the frontal occipital muscle, which we call frontal occipital muscle. Oh, sorry, we frontal orbital. I write is frontal occipital muscle. Sorry, occipital muscle. Okay, we can pronounce musculus fronto occipitalis muscle. We have two bellies. This is the first belly, here. This one is the first belly, which is called occipital belly, occipital belly, and this one is the second belly, which is called frontal belly. Okay. And one thing more I want to discuss with you, which when we will discuss this all muscle of the head, there are very common features. Okay, these all muscle are inserted into the skin, but the skin in each region, like in eyes and the oral, okay, there is here folded skin, or they are inserted there. Okay, and origination is different, but insertion is common in all facial muscle. And then second, we have common things. They all, when they development of the muscle, they are all developed from the second pharyngeal arc. Okay, uh, uh, and others, these are the which the section we already discussed. Now we will going to the discuss each section muscle. We were talking about the muscle of the skull, front occipital muscle, which we have two belly, occipital belly. This one, this is occipital belly in the skull, and then we have the occipital bone. Okay, and this is the frontal belly where we have frontal bone. Okay, now origin and insertion of these two belly, origin and insertion. First we will talk about the occipital belly, occipital belly. This one, origination from where? Here you, if you remember the bone, when we discuss occipital bone, we have three lines. We have supreme knuckle line, then we have superior and inferior. It's mean here we have supreme knuckle line. Knuckle line is origination and inserted here in the, here we have between two muscle. This is the white, we have the sheet which is called epineurosis, and this sheet between from here to here, this sheet is called epineurosis between these two bellies. It's called its own name, gela epineurotica. Okay, gela epineurotica, gela epineurotica. Okay, these are the origination insertion of the occipital belly. Okay, this occipital belly origination from the supreme knuckle line and inserted into the gela epineurotica. Okay, then we will talk about the second belly. Second belly we have frontal belly. Okay, frontal belly, and frontal belly we have origination different. Frontal belly origination from here, which gela epineurotica here. We will write gela epineurotica is origination of the frontal belly and inserted where? In the skin of the forehead. Okay, skin of the forehead. Okay, understand, this is the skin of the forehead. Okay, here is the skin of the forehead, and here is the insertion from the gela epineurotica of the frontal belly. Okay, this is the one muscle which are the subsection of the facial muscle, which names is muscle of the scalp. And first muscle of the scalp, we have one muscle, fronto-occipitalis muscle, musculus fronto-occipitalis, and this we have two bellies, occipital belly and frontal belly. Occipital belly origination from here is the highest point, supreme knuckle line, and inserted into the gela epineurotica. And then we have the second belly, frontal belly, which originates from gela epineurotica and inserted here into the which muscle, which skin? Muscle of the forehead. Okay, now finish about the muscle of the scalp. We have facial. Second section we have in the facial muscle. Second section we have muscle of the muscle around the eye opening. This muscle. Okay, muscles around the eye opening. And muscle around the eye opening, we how many muscle we have? Three muscle. Okay, three muscle. First muscle we will discuss the circular muscle, and its circular muscle have names, musculus orbicularis oakley muscle. Okay, muscle of oakley orbitalis. Or you can write also musculus oculi orbitalis. Okay, these are the muscle of the first name, muscular or oculi, orbicular. Sorry, I will write again. Muscular orbicularis oris muscle, oculi muscle, musculus orbicularis oculi muscle. This is the first muscle of the eyes around. This is a circular muscle, and they are opening the around the eye. Okay. Now this muscle we have three part. Okay. First part we have orbital part, the big part, orbital part. Now I will show the orbital part. Then we have second part, we have palpebral part, palpebral part, and the third part we have lacrimal part. Now this part have different origination and insertion. Okay. Now this is the big one, the circular one, the big one. This is the orbital part. The second one, this is where the palpebra. Okay, closing and opening of the eye. This is helping this muscle. This is the function of this muscle. Okay, don't forget. And which discuss scalp muscle. This scalp muscle function, they are the when you will open an eye, and this also this muscle also contract, and okay, and when we will close, they are relaxed, and when we can open, they are contracted, and we will the wrinkles are coming in the forehead. Okay. Now we'll talking about the musculus orbicularis oculi muscle. Three parts. First part orbital part. This one is the orbital part. This is the orbital part. This one is the palpebral part, and this one here we have lacrimal part. Okay, but first we need to discuss the orbital part. You know this orbital part here. These are origination from the white space which I here and here I skip. This is the lacrimal medial lacrimal ligaments. Okay, and it means origin. If we talk about origin and insertion, its origin and insertion is same. In orbital part we have origin and insertion is same. Its origination from the medial lacrimal, means from here they are originated, from here lacrimal gland, ligament, and in orbital part. Okay, orbital part of the musculus orbicularis oculi muscle, origination and insertion is the same, because from here they are originated from the medial lacrimal ligaments and inserted coming circular and also inserted here. Okay, it means the orbital part have same origination and insertion. Then we have palpebral part, this one which I told when we open and closing the eye. Palpebral part, which origin and insertion. Origin from the medial lacrimal gland, lacrimal ligament, and insertion is where lateral lacrimal ligament. Okay, these are the origination and insertion of the which part is the orbital part. Palpebral part. Orbital part I told is the same origination and insertion. Okay, then we have the third part, lacrimal part. Okay, lacrimal part I will write this. Okay, because we already know about the other two parts. If I will write the third part here, which part we have? Lacrimal part. Lacrimal part, origin and insertion. Origin is very simple. Okay, there are origination from the lacrimal bone, and lacrimal bone is where located. Okay, when we discuss the bone in craniology, we already know about the facial bones, lacrimal bone. We do have two bone. Okay, it means it's originated, the lacrimal part origination from the lacrimal bone, and insert it into the lacrimal sac. Lacrimal sac, and we also know the lacrimal sac. Okay, this the lacrimal part origination from the lacrimal bone and insertion in the lacrimal sac. Okay, now this is the only first bone in muscle in around the eye opening, which we discuss, musculus orbicularis oris muscle or Oakley muscle. Now we have the second muscle. Second muscle we have procerus muscle. Second we have procerus muscle. Procerus muscle, and I will show which have procerus muscle. This is the procerus muscle. This one, this is the procerus muscle. This is the procerus muscle. Now origination and insertion of this muscle, and insertion of this muscle. Do you know here is the bridge of nose? Okay, it's mean these are origination from where? Bridge of nose. Bridge of nose, and inserted where? In the skin of forehead, where the inserted of the frontal belly of the front occipital muscle. Okay, skin of the forehead. Very simple muscle. Okay, forehead. These are the second muscle, procerus muscle, which originated from the bridge of the nose and inserted into the skin of the forehead. Then we have third muscle. This one. This is the third muscle. It means this is supracellular muscle. Okay, we can Kuragada and supracellular muscle. I will show its origination and insertion. The third muscle of the eye opening. Kuragada, supracellular muscle. Okay, the third muscle of the eye around opening. The third one, origin and insertion. Okay, this is the third muscle of the opening around the eyes. Okay, this one origination from here. If you remember, between two eyebrows, we have glabella. It means origination from the glabella, and inserted where? Here. If you remember here, what skin we have for eyebrows? Skin of the eyebrows. Okay, very simple. We discussed the three muscle of the muscle around the eye opening. We have two muscle, musculus orbicularis Oakley muscle, which have three part: palpebral part, lacrimal part, and orbital part. Okay, we already discussed origination and insertion. Now we have the second muscle, which we have procerus muscle, which originated from bridge of the nose and inserted in the skin of the forehead. Then we have curvature supracellular muscle, which originated from the glabella, between located the glabella location. When we discussed osteology, craniology, between two eyebrows. There is the supracellular muscle origination and inserted in the skin of the eyebrows. Okay, these are the three muscles which we discussed. Is the second section muscle around the eye opening. Okay, these are three muscles we finished. Now we have third section, and third section we have which one? We have muscle opening around the oral cavity. Okay, and muscle around the oral cavity, there is something special. Like in the nowadays, the division of this muscle is very interesting. I will discussing with you later. Okay, muscle of the oral opening, and we know we have 10 muscle, and this 10 muscle are divided into 5, means 5 2 muscle. Okay, now I will show this muscle we subsection. Okay, in nowadays we division, like we have smile muscle, which take part in smile. Some we have satisfactory muscle, satisfaction, and some muscle we have kissing muscle, and then we have depth muscle. Now I will show which one we have smile muscle, and which muscle we have kissing muscle, and which muscle we have doubt muscle, and satisfaction muscle. Satisfaction also have the lateral wall muscle of the oral openings. Okay, smile muscle, which we have take part this zygomatic muscle, zygomaticus muscle, and satisfaction we have mesenteric muscle, or mesentericus, musculus mesentericus. Then we have kissing muscle, which we have the labial muscles. Okay, kissing muscle, labial muscle, or orbicular, no sorry, musculus orbicularis oris muscle, orbicularis, because they are circular muscle, orbicularis oris muscle, and then depth muscle we have here, we have mentalis muscle. But this is only for your memorization. Okay, now we are going to discuss the muscle of the oral opening, each muscles. Okay, origination and insertion. Okay, first we will discuss the smile muscle. Okay, in the muscle of the oral opening, smile muscles, which make smile. When we doing smile, this is the function of this muscle, smile muscles. A smile muscle I will show, which we have this one, first muscle, this one, this is the zygomatic major muscle, this is zygomatic minor muscle. Okay, the zygomatic minor muscle, and then we have the third muscle, we have presorus muscle. Okay, don't confuse, here have prosorus muscle, there have presorus muscle. Okay, here the three muscles of smile, okay, in the oral opening. Okay, three muscle. First muscle I told zygomatic major, first one zygomatic or zygomaticus major and minor. The second one, sorry, I will write here. Okay, zygomatic minor, and third one we have presorus muscle. Okay, presorus muscle, I will write muscle also. Now origination of this muscle. Now major muscle, origin, we will talk if origin and insertion of this muscle, inserted and origin after this muscle, first major muscle. You know, here we have which muscle, which bone? Zygomatic bone. Okay, origination of the zygomatic major muscle, this one, and inserted where? Angle of mouth, skin of angle of mouth. This is the angle of mouth. Okay, this area, you know, they are coming here, and this is also coming here. Okay, angle of mouth, because this is a muscle, opening muscle. Okay, then the second zygomatic minor, origination and insertion same, zygomatic bone and insertion same, angle of mouth. Then third muscle, presorus muscle have different origination. Okay, insertion is same, but origination different. You know, here is when we discuss the mandible bone, we discuss between, this is the body of mandible, and this is the ramus and ramus we have tuberosity, which is called mesenteric tuberosity, and there we have mesenteric masticator muscle. Okay, and masticator muscle, we have fascia, mesenteric fascia, means its origination from mesenteric fascia, and inserted here, angle of mouth. These are the presorus muscle, this is zygomatic major muscle, and this is zygomatic minor muscle. Okay, now this the smile muscle, which origination insertion we will discuss. This is finished. Okay, in muscle around the oral opening. Now the second muscle, we have in muscle of the oral opening, we have angle muscle. Okay, angle muscle or angle opening or angle muscle, if you can say angle. And these muscle into two, we have depressor, levator and depressor muscle. Levator, levator muscle, levator muscle and depressor muscle, depressor muscles, levator and depressor muscle. Okay, now we will go, first we will discuss levator muscle, and then we will going to discuss depressor muscle. Okay, in the angle opening muscle. Okay, angle opening muscle, first we have depressor muscle, levator muscle and levator muscle. Levator, we have muscle. First here, this is the levator levator angulus oris muscle. Okay, and this is the, here we have muscle, its name levator labius superior muscle. Levator labius superior muscle and levator, which muscle? Levator angulus oris muscle. Okay, these are the muscle which we are going to discuss in levator muscle. It means first muscle levator angle oris muscle, or you can say musculus levator angulus oris muscle, its origin and insertion. Okay, origin from here. If you remember here, the interior surface of the maxilla bone, we discussed the maxilla bone, the facial bone, we have surfaces. Okay, 4 surfaces of the body of maxilla. We have interior surface, if you remember. Okay, it means interior surface of maxilla body, and inserted where? The angle of mouth, and angle of the mouth means here the skin, which we are going here, the angle of mouth. Okay, this is the, we talk about this muscle, the levator angulus oris muscle. Okay, then we have second muscle in the levator muscle, we have levator labius superior muscle. This one levator labius superior muscle, levator labius superior muscle, because superior is the upper, that's why we superior muscle. This is the second muscle in the levator. Okay, origin and insertion. Origin from where? The if you remember, we have infraorbital margin, infraorbital margin. Here we have infraorbital foramina. Okay, and then we have inserted where? The same angle of mouth, because we are talking about the angle of the mouth muscles, and we have their muscles which we have levator and the depressor muscle. These are V2 muscle, levator angulus oris muscle, levator angulus labius superior muscle we discussed. But now we will going to discuss the depressor muscle of this section. Okay, muscle of the oral opening, and there we have subsection which we discussed. I told, like smiling, kissing muscles. Smiling we discussed 3 muscle, then we discuss in the angle of the opening muscle, we have depressor and levator. Okay, we discussed depressor, levator. Now we have depressor muscle. These are depressor muscle. First is depressor angulus oris muscle and depressor labial inferior muscle. Okay, first the same name, but superior is like we discussed superior in levator and inferior, the lower one, in the depressor. Okay, because if you do like that, this is the function of this muscle. Okay, depressor muscle, which we have depressor, the first muscle depressor angulus oris muscle, or musculus, you can write also here in Latin, musculus depressor angulus oris muscle, oris. Origin and insertion. If you will talk origin and insertion, here You know, if you remember when we discussed the body of the mandible bone, we have there's two borders. We have superior border and in inferior we have base of the mandible. Okay, it's mean base of the mandible, base of the mandible, mandible bone. Base of the mandible is the origination of this muscle. Okay, and inserted where? Where? Angle of mouth. Angle of the mouth. Okay. Angle of the mouth. Okay, this is the origination and insertion of the depressor angulus oris muscle. This one, this muscle. Okay. Then we have the second muscle, musculus depressor labii inferior. Okay, inferior muscle. Origin is the same, but insertion is different. Okay, origin the same from the base of the mandible bone, and insertion where? Insertion is the inferior marginal, inferior lip, you can say. Okay, inferior lip. Okay, these are the origin and insertion of the depressor muscle of the angle opening muscle. Okay, now third section in muscle of the oral opening muscle, we have which muscles? Satisfaction muscle. This satisfaction muscle, we have only one muscle. It's means mesenteric muscle. This one, satisfaction muscle. Okay, lateral wall muscle or lateral wall opening of mouth, or you can say satisfaction muscle. Satisfaction. Okay, this muscle names only one muscle. Its names mesenteric muscle. And mesenteric muscle. Okay, origin and insertion. If you will talk about origin and insertion, origin of this muscle is, here. This is where alveolar process of the maxilla, and here lower we have alveolar process of the mandibular. It means origination from the alveolar process or process of the maxilla and mandible, and here insertion we will talk about the angle of the mouth.